Well, that's always fun. So let me wait and see if everyone is back in here. So, guys, gals, folks, my friends, sorry, most of you probably know I love technology. It's amazing. I mean, really, not to get too off topic, but it is amazing what you can do in this day and age. And if you guys don't know, if you're new to the channel, I mean, I am in literally the middle of nowhere. Okay. Actually, if you're curious, you can, and I'm just kind of getting set up for the video. I'm not trying to like waste time or anything, but I mean, it's pretty wild, really, when you think about the fact that I am in the absolute middle of nowhere. So, I posted a link in chat with where my house is. I have no neighbors for miles. The only neighbor I have is a rental house that I actually own. But it's amazing that I can connect with all of you from the absolute middle of nowhere, Michigan. Now, the drawback is sometimes the internet hiccups. And I apologize for that, and I will try and get back on topic. It's always a bummer because it breaks my flow, and it's difficult to get back on track. So if you've got questions, hit them in chat. The main watch list stocks. Number one stock I want you to watch for tomorrow is XNET, especially if it can reclaim that 6 or even that 650 level. Some other stocks we've talked about recently, Generac, GNRC. This was on the watch list 2 or 3 weeks ago. This is tied to the rolling blackouts and the power issues in California and elsewhere. I mean, it's up roughly $10 a share from when we put it on the watch list. Let me bring up my Evernote and go over the other ones. And again, everyone, I apologize for the tech issues. I mean, 9 out of 10 times we got like no problems, no problems at all, but it happens. So Vips, how did Vips do today? Nice green day. Vips is a old line retailer. Nothing. I don't think there was really an entry today. Up 2%, not bad. I would still probably kind of key on that $12 level. That's what we were looking at. Caesar's Palace, Caesar's Entertainment. Volume is okay. No range. Bummer. I would probably say I would keep Vips on watch. I'd probably take CZR off watch. Zero volume. Boring. Doing nothing. AUY was the gold stock we were looking at. Remember, gold stocks tend to do the opposite. When the market's bullish, gold stocks tend to track the other way. So, hey, to me, I would much rather have a bullish market, an SPY breaking out, than the gold stocks trending. So it is what it is. XNET, again, was the fave idea from today. And if you were here earlier, I think I just kind of started getting going on the thoughts on XNET. But great dip buy this morning. I was waiting for a break all afternoon that never came. Biggest thing I want you to focus on is the fact that this thing did hold up all day long. So, any China stocks you're looking at? XNET, Calvin. Remember, XNET is cryptocurrency related. It is blockchain related. It is a former runner. It's traded 130 million shares over the last couple days. I mean, just 2 days. It traded 60 million on Friday, 70 million today. So you want a China stock? Give me one that's a former runner. It's blockchain related, and it has absolutely ridiculous volume, and it's still up, 250% from the Thursday night close. So this gapped up Friday morning on Chairman Z's comments, and I won't bug you with the apologies, but I was just getting ready to go on XNET, and my internet dropped. But XNET is not your standard penny stock. I agree, Darkside. That's why I like it so much. Actually, when the webinar dropped, I was doing the drawing on the quote-unquote standard penny stock. And if you were here and, I don't want to keep apologizing, but I know it's annoying. When the webinar dropped, I was talking about the standard penny stock that spikes and drops within that 1 to 3 day window. I 100% agree with my boy Darkside that I do not think XNET is the standard penny stock. Now, your one biggest risk, your biggest exposure is, okay, if Bitcoin just dies again, which Bitcoin brings out a lot of rage in me. Okay, I have some Bitcoin, but puny size. Okay, when I say Bitcoin brings out the rage, it's not because my puny Bitcoin position is going nowhere. What drives me nuts, and we talked about this last week, is these crypto stocks, and Bitcoin. It's that classic, and I know this isn't politically correct, but that classic like cheating boyfriend or cheating girlfriend. It's like every time you're like, here we go. It's like the marijuana stocks, and that was the analogy I made last week on the YouTube live. Every time you think, here we go again with the marijuana stocks, they go nowhere. And that's my biggest frustration with Bitcoin, is like 2 or 3 times this year, we're like, here we go, and then it fizzles out. Now, I am excited about Chairman Z's comments, and the biggest thing, and I don't want to speak for Darkside Trader, but I'm assuming he's thinking the same thing I am. And what's he thinking? Why does he say this isn't the standard penny stock? Volume, 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 volume. Okay? I could keep on saying volume, but when you got a stock like this that's still, again, up 200-300%, 130 million shares traded in 2 days, you have something unique, and it's something you should focus on. Now, doesn't mean you bag hold, okay? If you bought XNET at 6 and you're down, doesn't mean you hold forever, okay? I'm not saying that. Cut your losses early, move on. I just gave you the cheating girlfriend and boyfriend analogy. But if tomorrow, on day 3, this has unusual volume and Bitcoin is still trending, should be your number one watch. What do you think about Snap going up more? I mean, I hate to burst your bubble, but it just looks like, in my opinion, this has to break 15 hard. Earnings are out. what's your catalyst on Snap? Penguin. I never hate on anybody's trade ideas. I love talking stocks. Okay, I've done 1,700 webinars in the last 3 years. I love it, but what's your bull case here? Who's gonna step in and push this out of this 15 range? Now, if there's some huge news, okay, different story. But I don't know. Earnings are out. What's your rationale? What's gonna make this stock move for real? I don't know. Not in love with it. So, Build a Bear Workshop. Hey, cordless. I always say I will trade any stock. You give me a good chart and a catalyst, I'll look at it. Now, Build a Bear Workshop, it's amazing. Oh, God. We live in the most amazing time in history. That Build a Bear is a publicly traded stock with a $56 million market cap. Candles. Please don't hate me. Candles. I love you. I love candles. I would, I'm guessing it's candles, or maybe it's candleless. Maybe you don't have any candles. I love you. I appreciate you coming on here, but it's not trading unusual volume. I don't see a catalyst, and has zero range. Today, this stock had 20 cents of range. So, now, I always say this, candles. If next week, when I go live on Monday night, if Build a Bear is at $5 a share, candles, I would love for you to come on here and be like, Tim, I gave you a great trade idea and you poo-pooed it because of lack of range, lack of volume, and lack of a catalyst. And that would not bother me one bit. But I'm just not seeing it on BBBW. So, man, Charles, TEUM is very, very sketchy. So Charles says, hey, thanks for all the videos. I'm currently pinned in TUM. Want to free up my account. Have you seen many 20-year-old companies like that fold? Charles, this is what I would say. The charts don't lie. And, I like to have fun. I like to have fun in these webinars. But, I'm going to bring out a Shakira reference, okay? Much like Shakira's hips don't lie, the chart don't lie, Charles. This thing is getting destroyed. It's at all-time lows. Volume is terrible. And there are many, many, many allegations of fraud and manipulation in this company. So, Charles, listen, you're an adult. I hope you're an adult. Or you shouldn't be trading penny stocks unless you're over the age of 18. But there's a lot of bad news associated with this stock. It ain't good. And in my opinion, the sooner you move on, and I don't, listen, TEUM could spike tomorrow. Anything can happen. But I think the sooner you move on, the better off you are psychologically. you get your buying power back. You mentioned you have a small account, so I'm assuming a lot of your buying power is tied up in TEUM. So maybe you're missing other trade opportunities because you don't have any buying out power, because listen, the simple fact is most of you probably have small accounts, you have limited buying power, and when you're stuck in a loser, you miss the XNETs, you miss tomorrow's big runner. So, Charles, have you seen many 20-year-old companies go to zero? I don't know. I don't know if I can quantify that number. But the best thing I can tell you, buddy, is the chart says it all. And I know I kind of like to keep things light and fun, but the hips don't lie and the chart don't lie. I would tell you, look to unwind this position as quickly as you can. So, I'm sorry, but Vassal says, teach them how to build their watch list. We do that a lot. It's cool. So, Darkside's watching PCG. I will wrap up on this. PCG is interesting. The only reason I've avoided this is, and this is a tip, in Darkside, welcome again, Brian. It's awesome. You're here every week. Love it, baby. Loves Darkside Trader. Him and I go way back. Jeez, 3 years roughly. But great trader, smart guy, hard ass worker. Okay, but the only thing I will say is I've avoided PCG simply because this is what I refer to as a very newsy stock. What I don't like about PCG is, from 1 minute they're getting sued and going out of business. This is the electrical company in California, if you're not familiar. From 1 minute they're getting sued, going out of business. Next minute there's a bailout. Next minute there's a hedge fund investing. Next minute there's another wildfire and they're going out of business. So, not saying there's no opportunity here, but I think for a new trader, as much as I love Darkside, as a new trader, I would try and talk you out of or talk you into avoiding PCG simply because you have to be glued to the screen every second of the day because you don't know what the news might be. So, all right, everyone. Thank you. Good stuff. I say this, I think when I went off air, when my internet dropped, I was telling you that it's good to be back on Monday nights. We weren't on Monday nights through the summer because I fish with my son. Many of you might not know, but you can actually competitively fish. And my son may or may not be. I mean, there's a good chance he might be a professional fisherman and or a professional hunter, which you'd be surprised. A lot of money to be made in niche markets. But so him and I were fishing on Monday nights all through the summer. I'm back on Monday night, but guess what? Even though I've got the beard, I've got the grizzly attitude, one of my favorite things to do with my daughter and my wife is watch Dancing with the Stars. Oh, did I just say it? And it's recorded. Oh no! It's all over the internet. But anyway, have a great night, everyone. I'll be back on Instagram Live at 8:30 in the morning. Get the watch list, okay? XNET was on the watch list yesterday, Sunday afternoon. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe. I'm here every Monday night. We post a lot of videos all week. If you're curious about twice daily webinars, check out StocksToTrade Pro. I mentioned it earlier. I've done 1,683 webinars. 1,683 webinars in 3 years. This is my 5th webinar of the day. I've been up since 4. I slept in a little bit today. Oh, crap. I think I got up at... Ooh. Yikes. The dog didn't wake me up till 5:05. I slept until 5:05 a.m. But the point is, I've been here at this desk, researching stocks, reading the news, breaking down charts, talking stocks since 5:05 a.m. And it's 8:36. So have a great day, or great night, everyone. Again, follow StocksToTrade on Instagram. I'll be there at 8:30 in the morning. Sorry about the internet issues and stock market all-time highs. We live at the greatest time in history. I wish you all the best. I wish you all the success. And we will see you next week. Yes, hit the like button.